Hey everyone, you're listening to Nerd Boys Comic Blog. I'm Marco.
And I'm Damon.
And today we're talking about Defenders. This is going to be our spoilercast for the show, so...
Oh yeah.
All spoilers from here on out.
Let's jump on the boogie.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm trying to come up with a thing, a catchphrase.
A catchphrase like, well, blubba dub dub.
Yeah. Something that we can sell on t-shirts, you know?
Yeah, grass tastes bad.
But yeah, like, what did you think about Defenders?
Just my general thoughts. I thought it was okay. It didn't blow me away, but it was really good at the same time.
I feel like, yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I feel like the end was worth it, and then the little parts were worth it. Like it existing for that reason alone, and it's not slowing down the Marvel Netflix series for me. It feels very much like Thor.
Yeah, how Thor's like the weaker one.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like you can watch it and enjoy it, but it's like it's not. There's nothing like outwardly like that's stupid in Thor. Like nothing makes you like angry in Thor, but it's like I don't know. I feel like there's a better way to do that. Like that's pretty much how you feel about the entire thing. I think for parts of it, and then like that last part when it just starts going crazy and stuff starts happening and the promises start getting kept, then you're like, oh man, like I'm about this.
Yep. You have all your favorite Defenders. You have Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Colleen Wing, Sticks there.
That one dude who had his head cut off. Turk is in there.
Turk.
Oh man, I love Turk actually. It's funny because like I do look forward to whenever Turk comes up because I always forget that he's there. I always forget that he's this mainstay thing, and he'll just pop up and they're just like, oh shit, it's Turk again. Like who else?
Let's see. Who's another Defender? Claire
Temple. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
Misty Knight.
Yeah. I think Foggy was there. Karen
Page.
Yeah, can't forget Karen.
Love me some K Page.
Hogarth.
Jaren Hogarth came through.
Yeah.
You know, with the info. That was good.
Yeah. Can't really think of anyone else though.
Trish Walker.
Trish
was there. And Malcolm. Can't forget about Malcolm.
Malcolm showed up.
Yeah.
About twice.
Nobody. I can't think of anybody else.
I don't know. The Meachams didn't show up.
Yeah. They
don't care about him.
Especially, I like the druggy brother. I thought he was great. He literally my favorite part of all the Iron Fist was this brother who like they built him up to be like this like sociopath, and then come to find out he's just really trying to live up to these expectations he can't meet. Like he's not built for this at all, and he's just like high all the time. You're like that's such a cool twist. Like that was like the best part of that show.
Should we just drop the little gag we're doing and talk about
goddamn Danny Rand? It's weird because at one hand I still can't stand Danny. On the other hand, in Defenders, like him with everybody else.
You mean on the other fist?
Yeah, on the non-Iron Fist. He should be able to do two of those by now. Is anybody else?
I have that complaint.
Or like shoot Chi Blast or something. Like I don't know. Like I feel like Iron Fist powers a lot less impressive when you grown up with anime. Like you just like, is that it? Like it just glows and he's strong. Like Goku exists. Like at least give us some like Yu Yu Hakusho like
spirit gun.
Yeah, spirit gun action. This is disappointing. I need you guys to step your game up.
It's also way less. It's way more disappointing because you're on a smaller budget.
Yeah.
Than a movie. So.
But like he could at least at some point learn that like force push thing that Madame Gal does.
Yeah, she does it like twice in the show probably.
Yeah, but she's not the Iron Fist. She's like literally like when I realized like that when she did it like the second time that it's kind of something she kind of needs to save up for. Like she can't just be like force pushing everybody all the time. She has to like literally just be like, all right, and that's her move. Like that's a special technique or whatever. Like the Iron Fist should literally be able to do that shit like all the time. Just like force pushing niggas just left and right, and he's just like, no, I got this fist, and it's just like, yo, Danny, like I want to see Iron Fist season 2 needs to have Danny like actually doing like he needs to step his game up.
Yeah,
I want him to learn like 3 techniques throughout the series, 3 new moves that we just like, oh snap, that was amazing. Like I didn't know anybody else couldn't do that. His second fist needs to glow. He pulled a heart out of a dragon, all right, and I want to see that dragon fight. I'm getting tired of this. Stop. I don't need to see the whole dragon. You can do the whole like weird shadowy like it's a dragon, but as long as I see fire, a little bit of dragon, just enough to like wet my tip or whatever, and just like him just like like blood, dragon heart, like molten heart, all that. That'd be, you know, but like you can have it with effects because you ain't got no money, but you know, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, Iron Fist is like one of those shows that should be 8 episodes just so they can put more money in the episodes.
Yeah.
And then Defenders needed more time for character development.
It's weird. I was thinking about that. That like everyone's always like, there are too many episodes in these series. There are too many episodes. You get to Defenders, it's just like they really need another episode.
Yeah.
It's like this weird irony. But yeah, they could have used one more episode. Just like one more episode. And it's weird because I felt like people were like, they're dragging it out. And I feel like they could have added another piece to the puzzle to make it a little bit more like more going on and more happening. Like especially when you come to like the other characters, because one of the things that all the series have done, each series has at least 1 or 2 side characters you like. That person's awesome. I want to see them all the time. Like you got Colleen, and when you see them all together, even in Defenders, when you see everybody together, you're like, I like this. I like where this is going. I like how, you know, the interactions are happening. I like the part with Claire and Colleen. I thought that was really cool. I really want, like, part of me wants like Colleen to get a magic sword or something. Like her sword to just be like, she can like channel her chi through it and it gets like stronger and she can cut through like stronger stuff. I feel like they should just be a little bit. There are 2 things that's been irritating me with the whole Netflix things for a while. It's that like they do this thing, the early 2000s, we don't want to get too comic booky thing a little bit too often. Like I get that they're trying to be gritty and real, but like especially with Iron Fist, I was going to Iron Fist expecting the exact opposite. I was like with Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, that made sense. Being like, yeah, we're not gonna get too weird. The strange part is not Iron Fist. Luke Cage was the one that got the most comic booky, especially near the end. Diamondback came out with a suit and gave himself a name and he went from being like scary dude to like goofy villain dude, and you just like, all right, cool. Like I'm game for this. I don't know, but Iron Fist was like, yeah, we're gonna be subtle the entire time. Isn't want to be too like, no, don't give me that. I want to see full on like fighting dragons. Even if the dragon was just like literally like a dude in a dragon suit, like literally like part puppet or something, and it wasn't the size of like a Game of Thrones dragon. Something. Danny should have been like on roofs. It should have been like wire work. It should have just been like some weird John Woo movie. Just the entire thing. That person whoever was should have been like, this is TV John Woo. That's what we doing. And then the thing that bums you out is you watch it, and then around the same time I watched Into the Badlands, and then you just like, well, it looks like this is possible, because they'd have made a whole weird bayou world where, you know, dudes with weird southern draws, evil Lincoln comes and like fights people, and one dude's a fucking ninja samurai, and the other kid, Bean from Ender's Game, is like a crazy, you know, he's got weird dark Super Saiyan powers. I'm telling you, this is the show. You haven't seen it? Watch it. That's what it is. You're like, this is awesome. I don't know who thought of this. You're just like, the whole time you're just like, this is what Iron Fist should have been. And it's only like 5 episodes, but it's dense as hell. It would have, you know, Iron Fist they probably have more money than Iron Fist. I mean, it's Disney. I don't believe them when they say ain't got no money. It's like your auntie that's always talking smack about how much money she got and how much money, and then when you ask for some money, she's like, I ain't got no money. You're like, no, I know you got money. Like,
I know you have money, Iron Fist. You're a billionaire.
Yeah. So that was kind of disappointing, but at the same time, what was the other thing? They don't do enough comic booky stuff, and 2, they act like they keep acting. It's been too long for them to keep acting like the Avengers don't exist. Like, I don't even have a good frame of when they are in this timeline, and I know they know. I know they have some basic idea like when all this stuff is happening. It's after the event at some point. It's either between now and Civil War.
It's also after Sokovia.
Yeah, we know that. So like, just start talking about it. Like being like, hey, the Hulk, Wolverine. Like, well, not Wolverine. I can't say Wolverine, but like
out of nowhere, Wolverine.
Who? Is that a real person? No, it's nothing to do with anything. We just. That's just a name. I was just throwing names out there, possible superheroes that don't exist.
I just really like Red Dawn.
Yeah. That would be a cool name for some kind of weird little Canadian dude who runs around cutting people. I don't know. I just making it up as I go along. I feel like they have enough rights to the X-Men to make stupid jokes like that. I would love that. Like, if Marvel wanted us to be on their side with this whole, like, we ain't gonna deal with the X-Men thing, like, if the TV shows, like, make, like, little jabs at the X-Men constantly, like, what do you want us to do? Start a school for special gifted children? Get out of here. Like, corny jokes like that in the TV series?
having like a school for like Harlem Youth, but the gifted Harlem Youth.
Yeah, right. And that's one thing that I felt like the show, it was like stuff the show didn't do that I wanted it to do, or it did a little bit. Like Danny and Luke was like not enough. Like in the fact that they did it and it worked at all, like I was like, well, why would you give me a little bit and then not give me the whole, like I wanted them to be like, in when Danny was all tied up and he was just like, ugh, where they was just like talking and they was starting to kind of see eye to eye. I wanted at some point like Danny to be like, can we put some music on? He's just like, yeah, like what? What do you want to listen to? Some like kung fu fighting? He's just like, no, like that Wu-Tang. And he's just like, Wu-Tang? Oh, what? That's my, yo. And then they just like, oh shit, you know I met Method Man last week. What? Like, come on now. Like, I would have been like, yes, there it is. Like, they go from just kind of understanding each other to be, oh, sorry, my bad. They go from just kind of understanding each other to be like, I think we should form a team. Some kind of heroes for hire.
I'd like to think that Netflix has this end game where, like, the Luke Cage and Iron Fist show just become heroes for hire.
Yeah, I would like that too. Like, especially, like, season 1, they both get a second season, but then a third season is heroes for hire. So like, yeah, they collide, or at least like half of their episodes, like they both go into each other's episodes. Yeah. I would want to see more Danny and Luke, because it's just kind of the only reason. Like, I feel like at this point, it's the only thing I like about Danny is him dealing with other people. Anyways, like when he was dealing with everybody and everybody just pointing out how stupid.
Yeah, the whole show, like, Danny is the main driving force, but then everyone's like, God, you're stupid.
Yeah. Even the way he opened the stupid dragon thing. Like, he was like, yeah, bro, like, any time to pull your punches is right now during the fight. Like, he should have been able to handle Electro without his Iron Fist. I'm sorry, like.
But they developed him to be a bad fighter. Like, without the Iron Fist, he's a bad fighter. So he's like, I gotta use the Iron Fist now, yeah, like even though I shouldn't.
It's stupid. Like, that's the dumbest thing. Like, and it's because, and I found out recently, I don't know if you knew this already, but I found out recently, what's the name? Finn Jones only had like a few days. Yeah, like 15 minutes to learn the choreography.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about? He only had 15 minutes to learn the choreography. Now I was like, part of me was like, I really hope that Inhuman surprises me, and now I know it's not happening. I know I'm not getting a surprise. The only thing I don't like about Inhumans, and I already knew this, is Rowan Ewan as Maximus the Mad. It looks cool, and he's gonna make all stupid lines make sense and not sound stupid. He's just, I'm like, yeah, that guy's a villain. I like him a lot, even though I miss him as a sensitive creeper who like listened to Radiohead and wanted to save everybody. But that's not the point. The point is that's gonna suck, because Iron Fist sucked, and hopefully they get a new showrunner for Iron Fist in the next season.
Oh yeah, hopefully Iron Fist, because that one isn't out till like 2019.
Yeah, call the dude from Into the Badlands. The guy, he acts in it, and he's one of the producers in the show, like the main guy who like does the martial arts. He's one of the producers, and one of the people who does choreography. Like, get that dude. He doing his own show, obviously, but they only do like 5 episodes a year because they got to pay for all those expensive weird Bayou sets. But
do 5 Iron Fist episodes.
It's just about the scheduling. Get the scheduling right, yeah. and then it's good. And but yeah, I think the character stuff was dope. And then when Missy got her arm cut off, that was crazy. I was so
I didn't expect it. Well, the whole time I thought Claire was going to die in that scene.
Really?
The whole time I was like, oh, they're going to kill Claire. It's going to be so... But then, like, there was no build-up to it. Yeah. Like, there was no final moment with her and Luke. So I was like, they're not going to kill Claire. And then Misty shows up, and I was like, I see where this is going.
I didn't see where it was going until it happened. I think it's because I was half paying attention at that point in the episode. Like, stuff would just catch my eye, and then I start watching again. But I was like, what? Like, just completely, like, taken aback by the whole, like, oh my God, he just cut her arm off. Like, that, it just happened. It's happening right now. And then that's crazy. And I went back to, like, that first season of Luke Cage when she first got her arm. Like, they just like, oh, it's not gonna work anymore. And he was just like, oh my God, like, they taking the arm off in the first season? Like, damn, like, that was cool. I still like Madame Gao, though I felt like she should have been a bigger player. Electra just was like, nah, it didn't hit the note that I thought it should hit. Like, I thought I got what they wanted to do with her, but I felt like the whole Black Sky thing should have been a little bit more, like, expounded upon. It was something that in the second season they weren't really, like, it seemed like the whole idea of Black Sky was just in the name. Like, what's Black Sky? That sounds crazy. That could be a thing. And it was just like the mystery of like what it was like the whole power of the whole thing, as opposed to her just being like, they should have done something. She could have been like negative Iron Fist or something. Like, it should have been obvious that she was stronger or better or more evil or could do something that everybody else couldn't do. And like, also like, why was she black? Who was this other kid who was also Black Skies? It's something that they really should have explained that.
There are too many Black Skies.
Yeah, like, it was just like, what does this mean? It wasn't clear. It was just like this weird MacGuffin that didn't have any explanation, that really didn't need that much explanation.
Also, they used all their dragon bones to bring her back, apparently.
Yeah.
What? Why? Also, the dragon underneath the city of New York that's apparently keeping the whole city up, is that Xiao Lao the Undying?
No, that's just dragons.
That's just a random dragon. That looks like Xiao Lao.
It's just bones of dragons, multiple dragons. It sounds like there used to be a lot of dragons. They all died. And that's the foundation for, that area. And then the
whole island of Manhattan.
The whole island of Manhattan. And then at some point in the future, it was bought from the Native Americans for some beads or whatever. And then like later on, there's dragons under here. We need that dragon bone. If we take it out, the city's gonna collapse in on itself. Well, that sounds like a them problem. New York stopped being interested after 1988. It's fine.
Why did they need to build a building over it anyway? They could have just kept digging that hole.
I think to cover up the hole. Like, the hole was huge.
Yeah, but they could have just been like, construction's delayed. And then just keep building or digging down. Like, I don't know. The Hand's whole thing is really dumb and complicated.
I guess if you have money to do something like that, like, so no one asks any questions, like, we're a really expensive business. Everyone's like, cool, it's expensive business. As opposed to being like, it's construction going on over here. And then the city's like, construction for what? And you're just like, a big ass hole? Like,
then you pay off the city inspector, and you pay off the mayor, and then you pay off everyone.
Yeah, but that's a lot of paying off. Like, that also sounds like a lot of work. Like, that's it. There's the same amount of work to go into a building, but also to find people, and then someone's just like, I have integrity, and you're just like, fuck you.
Then you kill him.
Fuck you,
You're
Rob.
a ninja. You're a ninja. Just kill him. Also, why are you a drug cartel, also like a human trafficking group, also ninjas, also like a resurrecting death cult? Why is the Hand everything and nothing at the same time?
I don't think they control as much as we think they control. Also, I don't think it's explained that well.
No. Hopefully we're done with the Hand for now.
Which sucks, because I thought it was gonna be a lot cooler than what it was, especially when they was just like, like Sigourney Weaver's gonna be here. I was like, Sigourney Weaver, she was mentioned in Finding Dory.
At Disney money.
Yeah. So I was like, this is gonna be really cool. And it wasn't. Like, and I was just like, is Sigourney Weaver gonna like fight? Does she have some kind of weird powers? Like, no, like very few of them had weird powers or anything like that. Like, they were strong, but like I felt like there needed to be a point where they showed you how strong the Hand was. Like, besides like that one dude being able to like take on Luke simply because he was a martial artist and understood how to like he was able to hold Luke back simply because he was able to like redirect his power and shit like that. Like, that was pretty much it. Then like Stick just cut that dude head off. You know what I mean? Like, that was cool as fuck. I was down with that scene. I was like, yes, thanks Stick. Like, thanks for like not prolonging any kind of bullshit. Like, just cut his head off. Stick is my favorite terrible character in the Marvel universe right now. Like, he's just like not a good person. He has good intentions, but
he's dead too. So
yeah, but he was my favorite. He was the best. Like, all the parts. He kind of brought some of the most laughs. He tried to kill Danny. I get that.
Logically, it was the best move.
Yeah,
just kill him. So
but he cut to the point. Like, the whole point of killing Danny wasn't because he wanted to kill Danny. It was just because like, they need Danny. We have Danny. They don't have, that's all we have. We kill them and they kind of stop. There's no way they're getting underneath that rock. You know what I mean? Like, that's not happening.
There's no more Kunlun, so they can't make another Iron Fist.
Yeah,
so we win.
Yeah, we win.
We won the long game. Eventually they'll die. They can't be resurrected.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I think the weakness of Iron Fist, that show kind of brought the show down, because a lot of people said this and I agree with that, and it's like this idea that like I cared more about Jessica and Luke going into it, like what they were doing, and I loved Matt dealing with everybody, especially when it came to like when I loved the parts with him and Jessica. I thought that was really funny. I thought it was really cool. I didn't see them having really anything in common and really think about that relationship, and then it was kind of there. One of the biggest things I was like, oh man, like, like Luke is going like, Jessica's gonna be whirled back into the situation, and neither one of them seem ready to talk to each other, face each other, right? And so what's that gonna be like? That diversion from the story is gonna be one of my favorite ones of this series. And then it was just like, oh, no, we cool. And I was like, wait, what? Like this needs an episode, at least a part of an episode. I need this to, they need to like have this conversation and have to deal with this while also fighting ninjas. Like, why isn't there a scene where they fighting several hand ninjas and also having a weird conversation about their relationship? And then we get this weird like, oh man, will they, won't they? Like, but what about Claire thing going on? Like, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for the love triangle. Okay, I know it's a cheap trick, but you know what? Cheap Trick is a good band. The point is, where was that? And they just kind of like swept it under the rug. Not really swept it under the rug. They didn't like ignore it completely. They just made them like...
It's like right there underneath the surface.
Yeah, like they just made them like really mature about it. And it was just like, well, she kind of killed your wife, but then you found out your wife wasn't that good. But then you found out, and then it wasn't her fault. But it was just hard for you to face that because that's a hard thing. But they didn't have it out. Like, they didn't have that like, yo, like, I understand now, like, yeah, I'm really sorry, like, I know it wasn't your fault, that like whole thing. They really didn't even have that conversation. It was just kind of like, are we good? Yeah, we good. Want to get some coffee? Oh wait, you don't know what that means. I don't even like coffee. That's code for sex.
Yeah.
Which was a funny gag. I enjoyed that a lot. That's a gag that just like worked in the show really well, and I'm glad that they keep it around.
For me, one of the best things about Defenders is kind of like how everyone comes together. Like, that's a pretty strong setup for all the characters in their own way approaching the same problem, which is at hand. Like, Luke, he has to deal with the kids from Harlem getting into trouble. Then Jessica, she's just following up on a case. Matt, he's kind of just driven to do this anyway.
Yeah.
And then Danny, he's also kind of driven to do it because he's defender of Kunlun, which doesn't exist anymore. All these random people who came in with their own interests suddenly working together, kind of like the Avengers. I agree with the Jessica Jones thing. I agree that Jessica should have talked to Luke more, and that's the biggest problem of having 8 episodes. You have to focus more on like the group problems and not the individual problems.
Yeah.
And the relationship between Matt and Danny could have been built up
especially because they both had they were the ones that both had the closest connection to that situation. Like, Matt had this whole weird relationship with Stick and the expectation of him to like fight the hand, and he's like, I don't want to do that dumbass shit, get out of here. And he's just like, Stick's just like, it's coming for you anyways, I'm Stick, I know what I'm talking about. And then Danny's like, I have to do it, and it's kind of like, especially since like Matt was a much more grounded character than Danny, and I think that would have been a really great, that fight with them should have been a little bit more like personal. Also, Matt should have showed Danny how to fucking fight. He just like couldn't, like he just wasn't. Oh man, Mr. Sunday Movies was just like, oh, it had some really good fights, and then it had some Iron Fist fights, and then he shows this like clip, and you go like zooms in the background, and Danny's like doing this, and the guy reacts to it, but it doesn't look like it connected. Like, it's just like a good like half a foot apart, and you're just like, damn it, like that looks stupid.
Yeah.
And it's just like, even in the show, like and that was one of the things I was really confused by when they like, this was one thing, like going back to the whole casting issue, I was like, oh, well, they got Finn Jones. My assumption was Finn Jones had some martial arts training before this.
But like, he's just the guy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Like, I was like, wait, what? So then, like, you guys should have, there's so many people who, based on fan-made Dragon Ball Z movies alone, there's so many, like, martial artists out there who can act, like acting martial artists and stuff, and a lot of those people work as stunt people too on the side. It's just like, so like, what now? What? It just seemed like a really weird decision. It just seems like an even weirder decision. Like before, it was just like, well, they got this guy, and Finn Jones, I'm assuming he, has some martial arts training. So, and, they want to stay true to the character so they don't have to deal with the main fans. And then they have the excuse of that, with everybody that feels the opposite way about it. And, whatever, if it's good, no one will be mad. It wasn't good. He can't fight.
I like the in-continuity explanation for why Daredevil's better. And Stick's like, Matt's the best natural fighter I've ever seen. Like, he's a natural-born fighter. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his dad was a fighter. He'd also hear things that other people can't hear, like heartbeats and stuff. So kind of, he has all the things that would like, if any one of us had all those things that Daredevil has, like it would make them a really good fighter.
Yeah.
His balance is it's got to be crazy.
Oh yeah, because that's technically a sense.
Yeah, like his your hearing, your balance, your hearing and your balance have something to do with each other. I can't remember what it is.
Well, it's in your inner ear.
Yeah, and Matt's inner ear is like crazy. So like, of course he can be like.
He's a ninja.
Yeah, he's a ninja. He's naturally inclined to be a ninja at this point. Well, not naturally, supernaturally, or
chemically
inclined. Something about metal in his blood. The point is,
no, it's
we can make those jokes because we're both nerds.
Yeah. Any other character stuff you want to talk about? Supporting characters, main characters.
I like Colleen's story.
Yeah.
I like the way they kind of like bounce up. And it's weird because I didn't finish that part of Iron Fist, but then I got it immediately. Like, oh, okay. So she was trained by this dude. He was part of the hand. She knew about the hand, but she didn't completely understand what the hand was. And now she is affected by it. I was like, oh, cool. I got this. This is good. I like where this is going. It's like, what did she fit into the situation? You know, she's just a regular person. Also, when it's her and Misty gonna team up and fight a bunch of ninjas, and then Misty's gonna like shoot ninjas in the face.
Yeah, with her new arm too.
Oh yeah, they showed the arm.
Well, in Defenders they didn't show the arm. They showed it in a promo for Luke Cage season 2.
That's true, but like I just thought it makes sense as a segue because we saw how arm get cut off in Defenders, and now it's a mechanical robot arm. I'm like so curious about how she's gonna go because she looks sad in the picture.
Kind of.
I mean, you see this arm, she also kind of looks like bummed out that she has to have a robot arm. I'm always curious. I'm curious about if they'll ever, like, honestly, I can't see this version of Danny Rand being with this version of Misty Knight, because in the comics they're like together, and in some alternate timelines they like even have a kid together. Like, that's, I don't know if they'll do that.
I think they'll skip it.
Yeah, I feel like they'll skip it. I feel like they won't do it because it's one of those things that like unless you follow those characters, you know about it. Like I wasn't in the Luke Cage and Jessica Jones until, you know, recently with everybody else, you know, with the new Luke Cage series and stuff. But I've always known that they were together since she like reappeared and like just all that stuff. And like when that character came out, like you knew about that. That was something you just knew. You know, it's inevitable in the series. Even in Defenders, they have a lot of they still hint at them having a thing or having like an intense relationship or whatever. So like it makes sense, but I feel like with the whole Misty Knight thing, like most people who even people who read comics aren't like, oh, that's a thing. Like, I mean, it's kind of, but like Danny's such an idiot. Like I just can't imagine, because that's one of my favorite things. Like Misty's the only one who wouldn't put up with Jessica's bullshit. Like she's just like, it's not even her bullshit. It's just like Jessica's like, fuck the system, and Misty's like, no, you don't get to fuck the system. I am the system. Get your ass back over here. Like she's just like, I'm not putting up with this. You're not getting around me, all right? I need to know what's going on, or punch you dead in the face. We'll find a way. So that was cool. I can't imagine her like being interested in Danny because Danny's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. The whole series feels like just a transition for everyone else.
Yeah.
This feels like just set up for everyone's second or third season.
Oh, one thing we didn't talk about was the end. That end teaser with
Wait, before we talk about that, did you notice the last fight? Like the sound on that, like with the music playing, was really weird.
No. What are you talking about?
There's like a fight when they're in the caves, and the sound is like, the song in the background is like super low. Or was it just like my Netflix? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it was just, I don't know. I didn't notice it.
Oh, okay.
And I don't notice a lot of things. So don't. You're probably right. Other people might be like, yeah, I did notice that, Marco. Like, they fucking up the sound.
They fucked up the sound.
They like texting that sound dude. Everybody's like tweeting at that sound dude, harassing him and his family, being really weird. The point is.
The point is the ending of Defenders. We had Matt Murdock, and he's going to sacrifice himself for Elektra.
Yeah.
And he told Danny something stupid, which he didn't have to tell him anyway. It's like, defend my city. We were going to do that anyway.
Yeah, but what's he going to do that? He kind of needed to, like Jessica and Luke, he didn't need to tell them. He was already doing that. Danny needed at least, that was one of my favorite parts too, when Danny was talking to Luke, and Luke was like, shut up. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. And he's just like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I am the Iron Fist. I am the protector of Kunlun, a society that's dead now.
Yeah, no,
so I have no purpose except for.
It's just like, so you tell him Luke that makes sense. I mean, tell him Danny that makes sense because it like really hammers at home for him. He like really needs that He needs that instruction.
Defend a new city now.
He's like, the Fiend Kung. He's like, oh yeah, like this is a city I currently live in. It also needs defending.
Yeah.
I should do that. Yeah. We're led to believe the Daredevil of Hell's Kitchen is gone until he isn't gone.
But everyone feels really sad for like 10 minutes.
But they don't know. That's one thing. I'm like, people. I was talking to my friend Tom Kelly and another artist from the city at the Jack Kirby thing at Challengers, and he was just like, oh, why did they show Matt at the end of the series? Blah blah blah. He died. And I was glad they showed it, because when all that stuff crumbles down, we've all been through a lot of this before. He's fine. Like, that's not information you don't have. They could try to play it up all they want to. Is he alive? Is he not alive? Like, who cares? We know he's gonna be alive. He's coming back. He's gonna come back evil or good or whatever. Like, he's coming back, right? But what we waiting for now, because we know, what I'm waiting for now is how they deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, the thing that happened that they was afraid was going to happen seemingly happened. So now going into Daredevil season 3, Matt comes back. Is everybody going to be mad at him? Are they going to be upset? Are they going to be confused? Like, what's their reaction? Also, Matt's mom, he's going to meet his mom.
Oh yeah, they're doing Born Again.
Yeah.
And also Sin Eater is going to show up.
Sin Eater?
Yeah, he's a Daredevil villain. That just got announced. I'm sure Foggy's gonna be super pissed and he'll cry about it. He's like, man, you lied to me. I thought you were dead. Our whole friendship's a lie.
I know, right? Like, to be fair, Maddie thought he was dead too.
Yeah.
Because I'm Stick and I call him Maddie.
There's a war coming, Maddie.
Yeah, a war coming. You gotta be on the good side or the wrong side, of the side that cuts people's faces off. And I'm on the side that cuts people's faces off for good.
Also, Stick is an idiot for cutting off his whole hand. All he needs to do to get out of handcuffs is break your thumb.
I know. He pointed that out. It's just like, so he cut off his hand. I was just like, I guess he was delirious. I don't know. I'm gonna give him a pass for that because I like Stick, and generally he's like, but then again, he's always kind of like, he always does a little bit too much.
He's a drama queen.
Yeah, especially when it comes to general violence. It's just like, that was unnecessary. Like, sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. Yeah, so like I'm looking forward to like everyone's like reaction as characters to him coming back and him meeting his mom and him what decision he's gonna make from this point forward as Daredevil, because I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where, and one thing I'm kind of afraid of is that it's gonna spend a little bit too much time like, should I become the Daredevil again or shouldn't I should just go and be such and such. Like, it's gonna feel a little bit too much time on that, because they kind of did that in Defenders and they kind of did that, well, last season they didn't really do that. He was pretty much the Daredevil last season and everybody was just like, he shouldn't do that anymore, and he's just like, but like, it's awesome and I'm helping people.
Yeah, basically.
That was one thing I like at this point in the series. Like, that's one thing too. I'm really tired. I got it in the beginning. It's not that like I'm one of these people who's just like, why don't they understand? No, I totally get it. Like, Matt's a friend, I don't want him out there fucking getting shot in the face by strangers, because he can kind of hear stuff good. Like, that's stupid. Like, he does more with that power as a lawyer than he does anytime. He can tell people when people are lying. Like, that's all you need as a lawyer. Like, he should be killing it out there in the world. Like, he'd be helping more people whether he taking their money or not. But at this point, by season 3, like, you guys like stop. He came back from the dead. Like, at this point, you got to be like, you know what? You gonna do what you gonna do. You came back from the dead. Like, people, we all gonna die at some point. You might as well die in the Daredevil suit. Like that. Like, Karen and Foggy need to make a decision about how they feel about it in a way that's like. And I like that Foggy helped him get the suit in the show and was like, I gave it to him. Like, I gotta trust him a little bit, And like, people like, no, Foggy, like, even though like he died, quote unquote, like, you made the right call. Because if it wasn't for that, like, we wouldn't be here. We would all be in underneath the city of Manhattan, drowning, and everybody would be sad about that, But like, so that would be the situation. So like that it was worth it. Like, I get it. So I think it would be better. I think honestly, it would be better if Foggy, we got back to Foggy like he was like devastated about it, still dealing with the guilt of that, still like feeling like he did the wrong thing, even though everything's okay now. Feeling like he doesn't deserve to be where he is, maybe going back into what's the name, and then like when Matt comes back, being a little confused and being a little bit like, I think I could deal with him being a little bit like, you sure you want to do this again for an episode, and then the episode be a span of like a week, but like don't have them like constantly having this conversation anymore. Like I want to see Foggy like, you know what, if this is what you're gonna do, I'm backing you up. We making sure, one, you can pay for shit. Like, I don't know what you think this is, but like, being a pro bono lawyer, you can't afford this apartment. I don't care what kind of weird explanation you gave to Jess in episode 5 of The Defenders. That's stupid. Like, you know, just like being like, you gotta, you know, we gotta find you some backup. We gotta find you, you know, we got like doing stuff to like make sure he doesn't get murdered, as opposed to like just being like, don't do it. Like being more active, I guess, in that way. And then Karen, I can imagine her being like, I'm gonna go hang out with Frank now. No one listens to me.
Yeah, I'm going to another series.
Who was like, I'm excited. One about the Punisher series. I want to, like, there was this point when they first introduced Karen where it's just like, Karen's been seeing some things, like, and it's just like, I've been through stuff. And you're just like, what stuff is it? It's just like, stuff. And I feel like they've been like stuff for like the longest time. I want to know what the stuff is.
If it's the comics, then it's porn, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. But like, I feel like they can't. Like, I feel like the version of Karen they created the show, they could do that, but they can't do it. Like at the same time, like one, like, is porn that bad? I don't know. I would want to give more her backstory, a little bit more like through dialogue, maybe some showing, but like mostly just like give us a good sense of like who she used to be and like what that is. Maybe even her having to deal with somebody from her past who turns out to be pretty dangerous and maybe he's got something to do with Bullseye.
Maybe.
I want to see. I really hope they do Bullseye.
I hope so too, but I don't know. That they could save that for like season 4. Whenever the Kingpin comes back, bring in Bullseye.
Are they not bringing back Kingpin for season 3?
I don't know. I know that would be great if Kingpin is like Defenders season 2. I think that would be the best team villain. Honestly, anyway.
Yeah, that would be good because he's.
And then Bullseye's trying to shoot up Luke Cage and.
Yeah. Especially if he's like coming back. He's also like getting used to the theatrics of the city. You know what I mean? Like this kind of like, okay, I'm calling these dudes, right? And then you got all these like, you got some Luke Cage villains coming back. You got either coming in or coming back. So like he's like, hey,
well, Diamondback has to come back.
Yeah. Diamondback is on their side and stuff, and maybe he's got an even new better suit that Kingpin paid for.
Oh no, he's gonna have like bulletproof skin himself.
Oh,
remember that doctor showed up?
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah. Maybe I can mix him with a snake so he can actually look like a snake.
No, he's gonna be like the same thing with Cottonmouth, how like his lips are or whatever, or his teeth. It'll be stupid. Like Luke knocked out his teeth or something.
I'm still really bummed out though that like Cottonmouth died. I forgot who I was talking about this with.
I think it was Matt.
Yeah. I was talking to Matt about this on live podcast and like how great that character was. I was just like, you guys killed him. Like, bring him back. Like, he was the best. Like, you know, bringing a villain in for Jessica, like somebody we haven't seen in the Netflix series and probably will never see in any other series outside of TV. Maybe you bring like Crusher Creel in. That'd be fucking cool. They showed Crusher in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't see any reason why characters like that who like have been one off in like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or stuff like that can't transfer over to they not. First of all, every actor would be glad to have a job. And if they not, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. That's not my business. But like at the same time, like you can get somebody to come in for a few hours, you know, for a day to shoot an episode. Get them to come in for a day and shoot an episode and connect those things together. It's not, you don't have to have, like, it feels like, to me, it feels like there's a middle ground between, like, these really big, like, hey, you guys, it's in the same place, and these really, like, little ones that they keep avoiding. They're like, oh, we'll just do these really little ones. And it's just like, no, let's like bring that dude over. Like that dude can come in. We already talked about him in the series. He exists. We know he exists out in the world. Just have him be called up by Kingpin, turning the rocks, you know. And then like Matt tries to fight him, but then Luke is just like, I got this. And just like,
yeah. Oh, it'd be cool if Luke, or not Luke, it would be cool if Matt fought him because he fought his dad.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, like
and they
that.
Get a little bit of boxing going on.
Yeah. Or Jessica just like having to just like one. I want Jessica to learn how to fight a little bit better, honestly, because I like really like her a lot. And then whenever she got the upper hand, it was cool. But like I really wanted to be able to just like brawl out with people a little bit more.
Yeah. All she does is like throw people because she's like, I don't know how to fight.
But I thought that was kind of funny.
Why does
like,
everyone know karate?
Yeah. Like what is this? But it was funny though because then she just like flip somebody over and just be like, bam, just like finish it. Like I don't have time for flips and kicks and shit. Just shut up.
Yeah, that's one of the best parts. Like everyone has their own style. Like Luke Cage. By the way, I want to say Luke Cage in the shows is like everyone's Uncle Phil. Like he always has some like philosophical soliloquy. He goes on. He's like, it's hard out here, and then he does like the thing with the lotto tickets. Like I just felt like, oh, this is like a very special episode of Defenders.
Oh no, that was so sad. Nobody talked about how sad that was. This ever, especially because we like we met these kids. We met all of them. Like as characters, like as characters in the series. So it wasn't just like the idea this lady like lost all of her kids. It was like, I remember how she was so nice. Like
yeah. And now it's like a very special episode of Defenders.
Yeah, you know, like
guest starring Daredevil.
Yeah, so I do want them to do a little bit more cross offset. Also, there's a lot of stuff I want to see in the seasons coming forward. Like I do want to see Hellcat.
Oh yeah, I want to see her actually wear the Jessica Jones. I want to see her wear the Jewel outfit, or at least some like dream sequence where she's a flashback where she could have worn it or something. Like Kilgrave made her wear.
Because it's so silly looking. Like it looks, and I think that's the kind of the funny part of it. Like I think it like. It would be funny to see another actress wear it, I guess, like if it was somebody that was a younger version of her. But I feel like it's so goofy and out of place in the tone of the show that it wouldn't necessarily work. But I do want to see like Patsy in a version of the like Hellcat uniform. Maybe not as much cat stuff going on, but definitely yellow and blue and like.
Oh, it's kind of like her little sparring getup. She could wear like blue gloves and have like a yellow tank top on or something.
Yeah, or maybe it's like one of those like kind of Lululemon looking like thing get up, but it's like it just happens to be the yellow and blue, and maybe it's just cat themed because you know people like their workout uniform. They're like, or
maybe they're doing a case and then like she calls in Trish and it's like, I need you to dress up in an outfit because I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. Or like just some way to do that. Maybe they investigate this weird like Roxxon type company. I don't know who.
Oh, they actually do have to follow up on that. The chemical company that changed Jessica by accident.
Yeah.
And then the one that was behind Luke. I think that was the setup for season 2 for Jessica Jones. Like,
yeah.
Looking into that company.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. I was like, okay, it seems like they all connected. Like they was all doing research for this thing at the same time, and they was funding these doctors. They was funding like the doctor in the prison, and then whatever happened to Jessica, whatever like chemicals or whatever happened to her, that was another arm of that same thing. And I thought it was supposed to be like, it was like THR or something or.
Something like that. Not THX with the the sound, but
TXS 1135.
You know what? It'd be funny if it's just like Ninja Turtles.
TCRI.
Oh, they could also be the chemical in Matt's eyes.
Yeah, I thought that was the point. I thought it was gonna be like that, or like
everyone's origin,
or like Roxxon Corporation,
or like they take the powers away and then the Iron Fist is the one with powers.
Because then they talked about Roxxon is gonna be the villain in Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, that's right. Oh, then we tie everything into the other networks.
Yeah, but that's the thing about it. Like, I feel like that was one thing. Like when they first talked about connected TV and film universes, like I thought they were gonna do it more, and they've just kind of not done that. And then it's just like, then why do it? Like, if you can't do it, if you having a hard time with it, then kind of like why do it? Because the fact that like I think most people understand that the DC movies and the Marvel DC shows are in different realms, and without it, like, it's not confusing. It's not confusing for me. I don't think it's confusing for anybody. When they talk about it being confusing, I think they're making people up. Those people don't exist, or they're not watching these shows. All the people that are watching these shows completely understand it. They're like, I get it. I'm not stupid. So, like...
But there's still people who confuse Deadpool as an MCU movie. Like, I hear it all the time.
Yeah, but not so much that they, like, don't... Like, when it comes to the TV shows, I feel like when it's TV shows, though, it makes a little bit more... Like, it's a little bit easier to differentiate. You see two Flashes, you're like, oh, those are two different people. You know, like, I know that. As opposed to, like, Deadpool doesn't show up in those movies, but, like, they have a general feel. They have a feel, I don't know. There's some people don't get it, but, like, why are we worried about those people? They still went to see the movies, didn't they? They not having a hard time. They dropped that million. They got $1 billion for those movies, at least. So I don't see the problem there. So, I mean... That's what I mean. Like, I would love to see if they're going to do another thing, and if they just want to stay away from... Like, it's not like they don't have enough characters that, like, they could say, this is a different version of the universe. But we're not doing too many of these movie characters because they're really difficult to explain. Because I would love to see them bring Jessica Drew onto TV. I would be game for that.
Yeah. I don't know who owns Jessica Drew, technically, but...
I don't know. I feel like she's more of
I like to see her and Jessica Jones team up.
They never team up. I think it's because Jessica Jones is created because Brian Michael Bendis couldn't use Jessica Drew. Like, he's a big fan of that character and was like, yeah, cool, I want to, have her be, and it was just like, no. But you can make your own thing up totally put it in there. So he did that. But like, I want to see like Jessica's like Spider-Woman, spy, ex-Hydra agent, like in.
And she's
Agents
also a
of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Skrull.
Yeah, exactly. Like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or like a spinoff. Because like that was one thing they tried to do a Hunter and what's the name, Bobby spinoff of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was like, why? Instead of doing like a whole different like thing. But yeah, do you want to end it?
Yeah, I think because we're kind of on schedule right now. So
yeah, we gotta cut and run, kids.
Yeah, so that'll be the end of this podcast where we talked about Defenders, all our spoilers, the thoughts that we had on the show, general idea of what we felt. It was good.
Yeah.
Would you say it was good?
It was perk good. But I want some better next time.
Yeah. Hopefully everything's better next year because we have Punisher coming up. We have Jessica Jones season 2, Luke Cage season 2, Daredevil season 3, and then the other guy. But anyway, if you like this podcast and you want to hear more from us, you can always like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join the notification squad. Ring that bell. Let us know how you feel.
Yeah.
Make sure to comment. I'm Marco.
I'm Damon.
This has been Nerd Boys Comic Blog. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.